So lovely being back in. Where are we? In the compound. It's so nice.
Where are we, El Monte?
Rarefied world of Montecito.
We're in
Montecito, yeah.
We're in Fontucky. We're in Fontana. So lovely Fontana is.
We don't do the IE.
Oh my God.
Oh, thirsty.
Everybody have a good week?
Yeah. As best as I could, I guess.
Anything exciting?
Why are we whispering?
I don't know. I'm not whispering. Louie can bump up the volume.
Yeah, I can. You're loud enough, though. Trust me. Of all the people who doesn't need to be volumed up,
I'm just waiting for the alcohol to take effect on both of you, so you both will be fucking funny.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
There we go. Perfect.
Welcome
How come you're not
back,
taking
Angelo.
a swig?
Welcome back.
Are you?
I'll do a half and a half.
Okay, all right.
Let's split a half.
I'll do another
You
little
might
half.
as well get it.
Well, this is it.
Perfect, that's good.
We're going to split.
Cool. Oh, I got it. I see what you're saying.
Hey, slow your roll, bitch. Hello. Why is there
We're
a fly
passing it.
attacking me?
It's the hair. Got the little, like,
Being attacked.
There's other stuff
50s curl.
This happened in Montecito?
We're sharing the glass. That's what we're doing.
No, did you one?
I did one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
got to finish it. I'll finish that one then.
Ooh, that tastes really good with
Oh,
this.
it's too much.
You know what? I think I have a bottle of this at home.
Share it with Daniel.
I have Glenlivet. I'll bring them because I don't drink those.
Yeah.
Have another, because you didn't finish yours.
You know I don't drink.
Just have a little bit of that one, and
I
I'll
have a little bit.
split
I
it
don't
with
want to
you.
be too crazy.
I don't want to get too
I don't want to
crazy.
be too crazy. Oh my God! I love how we're like pounding. Just to be funny.
His.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
That's like his fifth.
All righty.
You good, dog?
Oh, God, Matt. Resurrected.
Good. We're just talking shit. There we go.
So the gentleman that was here earlier, that's your cousin? Your
Yes.
cousin's
He
cousin?
used to live with Daniel.
Oh,
Ricardo
okay.
was here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ricardo lived with me for a little bit.
Yep.
We're in.
Fuck, like right when I started to go into my
5 roommates
my
ago.
financial decline. Yeah, it would have worked out. And on honesty, though, it wasn't Ricardo. It was me. It was like,
Hold on. You are saying that it's you?
yeah, no, because
Get this
he
on
was
tape.
young.
It's recorded.
How old? He was like,
Ricardo just turned 32.
yeah, but when he lived with me, it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, so early 20s,
So he was
mid-20s,
younger. So like he
mid-20s.
wanted to party and have fun.
You were
and, like,
old.
And I'm an old dude. You know what I mean? I would come home and there'd be like 8 guys in my apartment, which normally
I was
back
going to
in
say,
the
isn't that
day
a good thing for you?
wouldn't be
That
such
was
a
you,
bad
then,
thing.
yeah.
But you know, I don't know. I guess because it's like I wasn't used to living with someone or just having that kind of energy. It was like having a small puppy, you know, because he would come home all hours of the night. That's a bad thing. I done the same thing also too. No thrones being stoned, no stones being thrown. But it just wasn't. Yeah, it was a learning experience for myself. And in the end, I was like, yeah, this isn't working. But it was more on me. It was me.
But you put parameters, right?
Well,
I mean, you have to put, like...
I kind of did and I
yes,
kind of
but not
didn't.
after,
I
and-
mean, I kind of did and I kind of didn't because I kind of just, it was new to me. So I didn't have a lot of rules other than just keep it clean, right? And he really wasn't dirty. I mean, he stayed in his room and he was always more than welcome to come out and watch the TV. And I think he did. And,
Yeah.
you know, but I just think at that time in his life, he wanted it was a frat house. Right. He wanted to party, and that's not a bad thing. That's okay. I just wasn't at that
Not
point
for
in my
you.
life.
Yeah.
I probably, if I would have done that, I would have been a dirty whore and slept with all his friends. But
He
had to get a
tried.
whole set of friends.
He tried.
I didn't try. I mean, I kind of
There was one or two.
No, but he was good. I mean, he's a good guy, and he wasn't like there's nothing negative about it at all whatsoever,
Yeah.
other than it
wasn't the right fit.
wasn't the right fit in terms of being more on my side, you know,
Interesting.
because I kind of wanted to have my afternoon delights, if you will, and that's kind of hard when you're yeah. You know what I mean? Like someone's in the next room. So
It impeded on your
He really got into that.
heart
Too.
a little
escapades.
bit. I'm a little vocal. You know,
Is that what I heard the other night?
No, that was not me. I was not in the guest house last night.
Oh, God.
But you know where I am?
Oh, wait.
I am. Well, wait. But you know where I am? I'm here in Montecito, and we need to start this show. So welcome to Do It Like Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell a million stories. And maybe one will hit home and you'll be like, wow, that happened to me. And it's not about me. What is? Television is a very, very crazy beast. I learned so much at Tyra. This is real emotion. This is something that I experienced.
I want the world to see what I have always seen, and that is the love that you have for just being yourself.
I love this person who knows who he is, who can make people laugh.
I think the script I gave you was a little bit different, but I'll take that.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm drinking at work because it's my show. I drink on my show.
By the way, Cousin Louie's buying us new phones because he said we need new phones.
Okay, I do need a new phone.
Yeah.
But you get stuck. It's like literally, it's a modern day slavery.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we might as well talk about it. It literally is. You're like, what does that mean? Like, it really is. It's modern day slavery because you're married into this like phone system of iPhone. And then people who have Androids, I think Android is like way more far advanced or something. Like there's better features. Yes?
I mean, I was an Android user for a very long time, and people are going to flame me because I always said I'm never going Apple. Got an Apple, and I was like, I'm never going back.
Because it does make things easier.
Yes.
And then what
Apple,
they do is they suck you into this like cult, and you're like, well, of course I need an iPad. What will I do on the toilet?
Yes.
Right? And then you're like, well, of course I need an eye cooker and an eye adapter and an eye bed. And
Hey, man, for many, many years, I fought this, and then I had to do it for this job, and now it's like, I'm never going
I'm surprised they
back.
haven't come up with an eye vibrator.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should invent that.
You could control it at home.
Yeah.
You're all,
And it could just be Daniel's
Give it-
eye vibrate.
give it to your partner. You're like, here, bitch, put this in you. I'm gonna control you all day.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
that's
I know, but not an iPhone. It's not that's adapted across all levels. You can Bluetooth it to your car. You can Bluetooth it to the neighbors. I mean,
you're vibrating your
the
neighbors.
possibilities are endless.
Jeez.
Just saying. And speaking of endless possibilities, it's Gay Pride Month.
I was wondering when you were going to open with that.
Homos
Yeah.
galore. Homos unite.
How many floats have you been on
Oh God.
this year?
Oh, oops.
yeah.
I was thinking of
did
something
you-
different.
Did you go to any of the festivities?
Oh God. Dun dun dun.
Or are you just dropping and picking up?
Pretty much. Yeah. Just actually no.
Okay.
I did scold you a little.
I mean, I'm gonna tell. Look, I'll be honest. Listen, my community, my people, they're a little over the top.
Yeah.
And I never thought that I'd be in this position, but I think I am getting old.
I was going to say you're old.
I think I'm getting
That's it.
old, and I never thought I'd be in that. But like sometimes I'm like, you're just too loud. Right? You? I know, right? And there's just sometimes there is such a thing as you're fucking gay.
Oh.
Like you're too gay.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was. But I thought I was gay. Honestly. I look butch compared to some of these. Like, I feel lesbian.
Oh,
honestly,
my
like
God.
You're like
I-
Fortune, the comedian.
I feel like after I give rise to some of these fires,
These men who are
I
gay.
feel like I could go build a home and be completely fine, right? Like I don't.
with your bare hands.
Yeah, with my bare hands. I'm all, hello, Ben. No, but seriously, like,
So what is the biggest turnoff for you? Just the
okay.
over-exaggerated femininity? Or, I mean, what is it that's turning you off?
I'll be honest. Femininity doesn't scare me as long as you're a top. I heard of butch queens. I've had a few
fembot.
butch queens.
So you're a fembot?
They may have painted nails, but they're tops.
Oh.
Wink, wink, wink.
They take control, huh?
They take control. So, I mean, I can't be mad at you about that. Fuck it. You handle it. You handle it. Yeah.
Is that always
yeah.
a surprise to you?
I'm sorry?
I said, is that always a surprise to you? Are you always like, oh, okay.
Well, no, because they have to be tops.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, I hate to be like, pigeonholed, for lack of a better word, into a particular position.
Don't
but,
visualize that.
But if you're good at it, you might as well embrace it, right?
Yeah.
Seems like you've had practice. By the way, you have something right here.
I do? Oh, my God. Is that better?
That was Jurgen's.
Oh, he wishes. Oh, God. In hour number 4, like the Today Show, we have a story about Jurgen.
All right.
But no, so that, to be honest, in my old age, femininity doesn't really bother me at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what bothers me is the younger ones. The younger ones that have just taken it upon themselves, like, we're queer, we're here, we're out loud and proud. And I get it. I understand that. But I think the younger ones don't grasp, and we covered this last week in terms of the history or herstory, whatever you want to say, gay story. We covered that last week in terms of what it actually means and why we are able to even parade in jock straps and glitter in the crowd. And I think that it has lost its meaning.
Yeah.
I think that the community has lost their way in terms of grasping that. You know, there are
like
people.
You think, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So in terms of grasping that, there are people that it means a lot to them. Like, they go to the parades and you see on TV, they're bawling and crying. And then you see the little queens next to them, they're like laughing and having a good time. And in that moment, it would have been nice to have seen everybody embrace that person, because there are people that, you know, are in the closet, and they will remain in the closet until the day they die, Jurgen. They will, you know what I mean? Like, they will. So what do you do for those people?
Yeah.
How can you help them? So when they go to events where there are no barriers, there's no boundaries, it's overwhelming. You go there, and even my first Pride, I was like, you know, a kid in a candy shop, because here are people who are dancing, they're celebrating, and you really do feel safe for that brief moment, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how it is for you. I mean, listen, between the two of us, we've gone to thousands of gay parades, right?
Yeah. I was on the first float.
Thank you. You and Masha. Yeah. You and Masha.
The Mayflower and I were passing.
The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
And the Montecito.
Oh, my God.
The very first gay pride parade when Columbus came into town. On
Were
the
you
free
at the
ships.
riots?
Stonewall. But I think, to touch on that, I think there's two things happening, right? There's that emotional connection, because if somebody's just coming out, then it means a lot to them, right? To be embraced in a community and feel that connection.
Correct.
And then there's the others that just want to make it a party and get drunk and get loose and all that.
Oh, I see what you're
and
saying.
They don't understand the real struggle that comes with where we're at today.
Correct.
Or the struggle that we had to go through.
So there should be more of a homage to the riots and to the people who actually stood up, rather than it just being
A big dance party.
And a parade. There should be like a moment of silence, kind of things like that.
Yep.
I see what you're saying.
I agree with you, but I think that there should be. Listen, is it okay to party and celebrate your pride? Absolutely. It's celebrated all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Every single month, for the most part, in different states and different countries and different lands, if you will. But I think for me,
Different land.
Palestine, where you can get beheaded this summer. Join us all. Let's go on vacation. Let's protest.
I'm going to clip that. That's a clippable moment.
Are you having a rough week? Go to Palestine. Get your head chopped off because you're gay.
That's going to make the rounds.
It sucks that they're all dying, but I could die too. Oh, God. So, you know, I think if there was some sort of like, I sound really old saying this, some sort of like continuing education, right? Like, this is the reason why. And it is put out there. What I have noticed, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this, what I have noticed is that Disney, Target, all the brands that normally really capitalize on this month of June, because let's be honest, the truth of the matter is we are the number one, the gays are targeted because they are the number one demographic group of people that have the highest amount of disposable income, which is why alcohol companies come after us, cigarette companies come after us, all of the major retailers, they promote to gays.
Yeah.
Because the gays don't have children. Well, some of them do, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is just a billion-dollar industry like fitness, because they take care of their bodies. Well, some of us do. You know, they like to eat. They love to travel. There's travel agencies that are all geared towards a gay experience, if you will. So, you know, I noticed, especially at Disney when I went the other day, I was like, where's the gay pride section? Because normally there's
a gay pride
a
section,
rainbow Mickey, a rainbow Mickey fart, a rainbow Goofy condom, like you name it. Everything that you could think of has a rainbow slapped onto it. And we looked and looked and looked. And I went with my sister, and there was a small little display just a
Hiding in the corner.
like just there, like right there, and it was like a hat, like that's the style, like the new bowler hat or the island hat or whatever.
Okay, what's worse? Them hiding it or them being open for the whole month and then ripping it down July 1st?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Do you want to answer that
Well,
first?
what's crazy is I don't see the visibility. I don't see as much exposure with celebrating the gay month. You know, like it. Black History Month, you see a lot of
Black
information.
people.
Damon, can you come here? He's our black friend.
We all have one.
That's our quota. That's
But I'm not
terrible.
seeing like advertisements by Target celebrating it. It's diminished from what I'm seeing.
Do you think that is because of our current state of politics?
I think it's from what happened in the last several years. Every time they go hard, people rip it down. And then every time they go hard, come July 1st when they rip it down, people are like, well, that's kind of weird. You see all the memes about it.
Isn't that the way it is with Christmas, though, in a way? I mean, it's over, and then you just have to move on.
Oh, God, no. These companies now, I mean, Christmas starts in like August. Christmas starts in August.
That's a very good
So
point.
he
Like,
was- yeah.
Halloween is already going to begin to start. Like,
I'm in costume now.
It's just
We
wild.
just can't see it.
It's so wild on the consumerism that is getting pushed down our throats. And I personally believe, I'm never political, but I'm political now.
Last 8 episodes.
Thank you. I think it's our current state of politics. I think that now people are voicing their opinions more often. And although deep inside they want to believe, I lead a Catholic, Christian, rigid biblical life.
Yeah.
Bullshit,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's just the truth of it. And then screw the gays. How dare they slap rainbows on everything? My daughter loves rainbows. You're breeding, or what do you call it? You're programming. What's the word? It's the stupidest word ever. Oh God, you know what I'm talking about. You're
gaslighting?
Not gaslighting.
Oh.
You know when they're trying.
Indoctrinating?
Yeah, indoctrinating.
Something like that, right?
Okay, yeah.
All the little gay
Yeah.
kids, the gays, the drag queens can't read stories and blah, blah. But meanwhile, your fucking husband is probably fucking a drag queen.
Yeah.
Truth be told.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's really odd. It's really, really odd, and it always strikes me as so crazy that these people sit there behind their little podiums and say, well, I'm for Trump, and we're for a better America. Well, I hate to break it to you. You made us.
Well, let's bring it back real quick because you didn't answer the question. Which is worse, hiding it in a corner or going hard all of June and then ripping it off July 1st? Like it never existed.
I don't know. I think maybe if I had to choose and there was a gun in my head,
Austin, could you get the gun, please?
I probably would say that, go hard and then pull it.
Pull it like
At
a
least
Band-Aid.
it's there. It's actually prominent. It's on display. It's there. And it's only for June. And,
Yeah.
at this time of the month, you get so many people that begin to, all of a sudden, now they're all about God. And they're posting stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're taking the rainbow back.
Where did it go?
It's about the month of life.
Aye.
And they're posting like these women in dresses. I have a person that I follow on Facebook, and she posted, we're taking rainbows back. And now it's called the June is no longer about,
Pride.
gay pride. We're taking life pride back. And it's literally pregnant women in rainbow dresses.
Isn't that weird, though? Because don't you guys live? Don't you guys have lives? Are you not a part of society contributing?
No, we're not.
But if
You
I can
didn't know that?
touch on, I think it's politics and the cancel culture. I think people are so timid now that, if you over-exaggerate your cause, you may get canceled. I don't know. It's weird. You would think we've made so much headway, but there's a lot of hate out there for gays still.
Yeah.
I don't think
Or
it's a lot
disdain.
of hate. Maybe that's some. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I interrupted
Yeah, yeah.
you,
No,
but
no,
yes, I
no.
think there's still a lot of hate for
Yeah.
gay people. But I
Yeah.
think it's also because you have So back in the day, West Hollywood used to be super gay, right? It was Boys Town.
Yep.
That's no longer the story. Like when you go to gay pride, there's a lot of straight people.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, yeah.
Because straight people now feel, I'm going to be an ally. And
the ally
remember what I
aspect.
told you before? An
Yeah.
ally is not a noun to me or an adjective. An ally is a verb.
Yeah.
Meaning you take action. And I think that the example that we used was Adele,
Yeah.
right? That is an ally. Somebody that is going to immediately snap, right? Not when you don't talk to my friend like that at the bar because, Tiffany is upset that somebody bumped into her gay best friend, right? So, and you hear stories like when I do my rideshare stuff, I hear, well, the Abbey isn't what it used to be, right? Because of Pump and Sir and all of Bravo, now you get a lot of influx of straight people.
Yeah. Interesting.
So it's no longer gay in West Hollywood, and
Yeah.
it's actually a little bit dangerous because you have both men and women that are pretending to be allies, but then when they get hit on, oh my God,
Just about to say that.
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
How dare you? And it's like, well, you're in the fucking gay bar, you dumb
There
fuck.
you go.
And per capita, or per whatever, for lack of a better word, there are more straight bars out there
Yes.
for those
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
than there are for us. Why can't we have our home? Why can't we run around in jock straps?
And I was just going to say that takes away your safe spaces.
Yes.
It really does.
Yes, because when we go to the places that we're, listen, yes, it happens. There are places where we can be in our jock straps. And you want to go and be free and have a good time, and you've got some dumb bitch going, oh my God,
I've
I'm
never
checking
seen a
on
dick."
TikTok. And she's over there Instagramming and
Yeah.
TikToking, and she's taking photos and video. And it's like, where's the privacy in that anymore? I think the level of these young gays coming, I think the level of these young gays coming up, they lack the respect and they lack the knowledge. They're just so stupid.
Yeah.
And I hate to generalize everyone like that, but I mean, right now it's point and click.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what everybody lives for. Let's make this go viral. And you're like, okay, sure, Tiffany, enjoy that.
But all the major cities that had like a gay ghetto or a gay district, they've diminished.
Well,
So Palm Springs is probably one of the few places where there's still that intact space, right? So you have the bars and the restaurants and the community,
Yeah.
but San Francisco, LA, New York, they're really pretty
They're
much
gone.
San Diego, you could probably speak to more than I can.
I mean,
but I don't know what Hillcrest is like these days.
So San Diego, there's still a few places in Hillcrest, but there used to be other places outside of Hillcrest that were still considered technically like gay suburbs, if you will.
Yeah.
And those are now straight bars.
Oh yeah.
Because what happens is the gays come in and we gentrify everything. We're fabulous. We decorate. We design. We have the money. We redo things. And then the breeders come in and they're like, oh my God, we should totally move
We
there.
like it here, yeah.
It's super safe because all the gays are there and blah, 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 blah. And they say that then, but then once they're in, the gays are, oh, we don't want our children out there.
And they push you
We
out.
don't- And they push us out.
Yeah.
And it happened in, as I get attacked here in Montecito, it happened in New York. Chelsea, West Village used to be ground zero for
Oh, yeah.
gay stuff. But then what happened? All of the, the colonizers moved in.
But also,
And now it's moved into Hell's Kitchen.
yeah.
So, anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But also, what is like, there was a place here in Studio City called Oil Can Harry's.
Okay.
It's been around forever, right? Probably from the 70s, early 80s. So what was happening there is like you would see these bridal parties going in. So women with a group of 10 girls would come in and because it was so much fun and gays are fun, they would bring in all their straight friends. And that
Huh.
was kind of like a slow transition from being in, for the most part, an exclusively gay club or dance place to where now you got a mixture of people.
Interesting.
And also on the tail of Oil Can Harry's, because I knew the owner. Unfortunately, he passed away. He was in a tragic car accident, right? He was a wonderful man. Every time you went in there, he would always, if you needed a space to do anything for the community, he offered the bar always.
great,
He's like, here's
yeah.
the keys. Just make sure you clean up after you're done. Like, the stories told about that man were,
Legendary.
yeah. And to think that, that bar was there with, I think, since the 60s?
Could be that long.
Since
Yep.
the 60s. And the reason why that there were no windows, because back in the 60s, much like Stonewall, they were subject to raids.
Yes.
So it was almost like a speakeasy, no windows, a little door, and the minute they would see who was out there, then they could convert the bar or do whatever they could to make it seem as if it was just, a straight thing and they were just all drinking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you think back, wow, that's just right here in the valley. Also, too, I think some of the decline of, what the fuck? Why? What is in? It's my hair gel. What the fuck? Where was I?
Also, too, that's here in the valley. You were gonna talk. I'm assuming you were gonna talk about
yeah.
everywhere else.
Wait, there was something good I was gonna say.
Oil.
Okay, let me stop. I think a lot of the demise of Oil Can Harry's, well, of course, obviously the owner passed away, and whoever was left to just didn't have their heart in it anymore. I'm gonna assume. I don't know that for for the truth. For Dana, fact check us. But what I will say is the gays are fickle.
Oh, yeah.
The gays are so fickle. Yeah. So why are they going to go to this Valley bar when they can go to West Hollywood and be free and do whatever, right?
Yep.
But meanwhile, it was right here in the Valley. Yeah. And now there's a lot of gays in the Valley. It's changed. Oh, yeah. The dynamic has changed immensely, especially in my area. Mm-hmm. They've all, because it's too expensive to live in West Hollywood. Yeah. Who wants to pay $8,000 for a closet? And this is not New York. Right?
Yes.
If it were New York, you're like, oh, who cares? I don't need shoes, right? You're like, I'm fine with it. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not going to pay all that money to live in the Valley and, I'm sorry, to live in West Hollywood. Right. And also, too, it's like it's 24/7 of STDs and who else knows what else is running rampant in the streets, right?
Who hasn't had crabs?
Yeah. So it's past the butter. So.
Oh, that's good stuff.
But, and so why not live in the Valley? We don't have permitted parking. There's plenty of parking. If you're lucky, you live in a cul-de-sac, and then you can have all of your friends over, right? Whereas if you go to West Hollywood, it's, you have to have a permit, and you have to, find parking. And it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So they've all gravitated. My Ralphs, oh, my God, from 3 to 6, that's cruising.
Happy hour.
Oh my God. You just go, because there's why is this guy walking with his basket? This is the third time that he's passed me, right? And you're like,
is
it
a metal
potatoes in there? Right?
A metal cart basket?
No, one of those ones you can just drop at a moment's
notice. You said
notice.
basket, so I was just clarifying.
Ah, you're being super dirty. Aisle 5.
I said a metal.
Clean up.
Yeah.
Is there little hints that you can kind of share with some of us people?
Do we need
about? You don't need to, but it is kind of it's Gay Pride Month, obviously. So I'm kind of interested because he just mentioned something about a basket. I would never look at a basket and go, "Oh, he's searching for something." What are some of the key giveaways to that?
Are we curious, Cousin Louie?
No, I'm interested. I'm interested because it's its own little subculture.
I see Louie at my Ralphs. I'm like,
I know. You're a little out of your demographic. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be editing the show?
You're like, I got a basket.
With his basket on display.
Yeah, you have a piece of potatoes in it.
It's because you guys see something different. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's just a basket. So I have the worst gaydar of all time. I just want to put that out there.
Gays have this 85th sense, right? Amongst all the other senses. Normal people have 6, right? 5, whatever, right? But gays have there's and then, mutants. Different gays have different senses. Fashion sense, and common sense. Well, not a lot of common sense, but there's different senses. There is back deep in the vault of when you're born as a gay. Again, born as a gay. There is just there's this thing. It's like an antennae, right? Yep. And when you are amongst other men who are of the same nature, it's almost like a mob-like mentality. Yeah. And in less than a tenth of a second, it can go from hi to orgy.
Oh, wow. I need to change my Ralphs.
Yeah. You need to change.
But there's also that lingering eye contact.
Oh, is that what it is?
That just makes that connection, right?
Sort of. It's weird. There's a stolen glance. Mm-hmm. There's a stolen glance. There's a chuckle. Hi, how are you? Oh, Chad, you're so funny.
Is there a specific look? Glasses, like a mustache, something?
Oh. Well, there used to be handkerchiefs, but that was more...
Oh, that was back in the day. Yeah, that was a good time. That's when you really knew.
Yeah.
A clue.
Right. And colors meant something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about that?
No.
Well, since it's Pride Month, we might as well go over it.
Yeah.
So for those of you who have ever wondered what the handkerchief or the hanky coat is, do you know what the colors are?
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah. The only one I know, I think...
Is yellow?
Yellow.
So you do know.
Well, that's the most obvious.
I
mean, come
listen to
on.
me. What do you
Take
mean
a
that's the most
gander.
obvious? I would
Take
not
a
know that.
gander.
I have no idea.
Snorted. Oh my god! So yellow, for example, was for the. Well, okay. There's two things. So depending upon which arm or which
pocket?
it was in, that denoted as to whether you were a for or the recipient, right? A giver or the recipient, right? Top or bottom, or however you want to place it. So you had a yellow handkerchief on whichever arm, you were into on someone. And then vice versa, if the yellow handkerchief was on the other side, then you were into getting on.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. And listen, people, listen, so let's not all be taboo for a second, because you've all been in the shower.
This is
Let's
a public
not even.
service
I
announcement.
mean, come on. People have on each other. If not, you on yourself. You've been in the shower. You're like, I'm getting clean.
But it doesn't count. You're in the
have to. I mean, that's mainly where it happens. It's not like they just go to their beds unless they have rubber sheets. But the whole nother story. But you know, it happens. Like if you go to a bathhouse, it's like a big locker room. So people are, yeah.
I actually thought of one, the earring. I forgot about the earring because earring isn't as, I guess, used anymore.
As an
Was
identifier.
Was the
And I don't even
earring?
know what ear. But yeah, one earring.
Yeah, one earring.
would
I don't remember which
indicate-
side.
I mean, I got my ear pierced, but I was on the left-hand side.
Yeah. Which
Right?
meant what? Which
Yeah.
meant what?
I have no idea.
Which meant your left ear was pierced. I don't know.
I'm a left-sided
I was
gay.
clueless to a lot of these clues.
Yes, I believe you.
Clues.
You're not lying.
And it hasn't changed. No.
What do we call that? Decade challenge? We got it.
Yeah, so we veered off.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, we did veer off. I mean, all the straight to listen are like, wow, that's interesting. I never knew. Honey, will you wear a yellow handkerchief for me? What for, honey?
You'll see.
Show you in the shower. Oh, shit, I keep hitting the
Yeah,
fucking...
you love to hit the mic.
I do. I get so excited. You're right. We did veer off a little bit there. But as I said before, we have lots of gay pride coming up this week because it is June. In addition to gay pride, it is also Father's Day is coming up.
Yes.
So for all of my father has now changed his name to the Creator.
Yes.
So yes, that's what he would like to be known as, the Creator. Yes, because he did it by himself. Oh, Dad. Happy Father's Day is all I can say to you at this point. But
How do you celebrate Father's Day with your dad?
I actually have never. I don't think that. I mean, when we were younger, perhaps maybe, but I've been living all over the nation for so long, and I think now that I'm older, I'm starting to kind of like meet him for lunch and begin to kind of develop a relationship with him where I didn't have one before.
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, I didn't have one before.
So how do you intend on celebrating your dad this year, if you are?
That's a good question. I probably should reach out to him. I'm sure picking up the phone is 99.9% of the thing, right?
Yeah.
He's traveling right now. I think they were in Hawaii. And
Yeah,
they were
they're in
like all
Hawaii.
different places, and
They're
they go out to
always.
is it Tahoe? They go out. He goes out somewhere. Oh God, I don't even know. You see how bad I
Yeah,
am?
yeah. How close you guys are.
Yeah, we're so close. But I did go to lunch with him. I went with him
nice.
and my sister, and
Yeah.
I met them over near Redondo. No, Torrance. I was in Torrance.
Oh,
Okay.
And that was
Bragging.
cool. I love his ex-wife. I love his.
Your mom?
Yes, I love my mom.
I would hope you'd love your
Hi,
mom.
Cecilia.
Oh my God,
We
me
love
and my
your mom,
drinking.
too.
I love his current wife right now. I mean, she's great. It's just it's a good energy. I think he's in a better place now in terms of like coming to terms with whatever he's coming to,
Yeah.
and that's getting older.
Yeah.
And I'm also getting older, and I think you get to a point in your life where you're like, there are some things that just don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you can't change the past.
Yeah.
And I don't want to dwell on it. And for so many years, I was programmed to dwell on the past.
Yeah.
By both of them.
Sure.
And by other family members. But you remember when so-and-so, and it's like, I can't be that way anymore.
Yeah.
I really try not to. And let me tell you, I have a good fucking memory. I lie and say, I don't remember anything. Oh, but I do. Like, I'm crazy. Like, you want to talk about toxic? Like, I can fucking remember.
Yeah.
I can remember, like, and I pretend. Like I said, I always say, I don't remember. I don't know. But I'm like, you fucking did this on August the 9th at 3:30 p.m. I have notes.
1987.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I have
yeah.
notes.
God, I can't. I remember
But-
nothing.
I relate to that.
Yeah, I remember everything. And so, that's part of growing up. It's hard. It's hard to not hold on to the past. And it's hard to not have a fear of the future. You have to kind of just really live in this moment. And that's where we are right now, even as a society, in terms of living in this moment.
Yeah.
Because in the blink of an eye, it can be changed. And perfect example, you.
Is exactly what happened to me and how much you appreciate this very moment. So the reason I was not here these last couple of weeks was because I got into a major car accident. As much as you two giggled, and I didn't throw myself in front of a car, Louie, like you
didn't
did.
laugh. I did not laugh. How dare you say that?
I thought you lied.
I would
I'm gonna be
never
honest with you.
I'm
laugh.
trying to scope out the damage like you were an adjuster.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh please, whatever
Looking in the
TMC,
gate.
protecting the subject by peppering Damon and telling Damon, don't say anything.
But do you know why I said that? Because I didn't want him to spill it ahead of the show.
yeah.
So he was warned.
So you took a page out
Perfect.
of my
So
notes.
let's go back. It was a
Okay.
warm, rainy
so
night.
ironically, it was not Father's Day, but Mother's Day. I was headed over to see.
God, anything could have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of anything could have happened, we've gone too long in this episode. So we're going to cut this shit and we will be back tomorrow. Enjoy. What is that?
That was a motorcycle.
In Montecito?
Louie
Is that
stomach.
Oprah? Oprah's on her Harley. So anyways, I have a great stories to tell, and we are so happy to have Angelo back. He didn't die on Mother's Day
Yay.
yet. And we have the numbers. We're going to input them into our wonderful AI, and we are going to get you lottery numbers. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.